All right, let me try again. One in the chat if you can hear me. You said my mic is too close to my speaker. Let me listen. I do hear the buzzing. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, tell me now, guys. Buzzing, yes or no? Do you still hear it, fellas? Okay, guys, I think I figured out what started the buzzing, but unfortunately, I got to figure out the Zoom link. So I'm going to play one of my old episodes. Did the buzzing stop? Because I'm going to play one of my old episodes while I get started because time to be alive. Give me a... All right, we're going to share my screen. Tell me if you can hear that okay. Okay, apparently this audio isn't working, so I'll just kill myself. Okay, hold on. What the hell? Okay, how is this not working? Oh my gosh. Were you like looking at how much they made? Because I interview young women a lot, and I hear that he needs to make like X
Okay, how
amount of
about now,
dollars in order
people?
to be with me.
No.
No.
No,
No.
for me.
No,
It wasn't an issue at all.
no.
It's
This is the
just,
thing is, I think we both met our husbands when they were young men, and we were allowing for the growth.
Right.
They're not going to be, we're meeting them when they're young, 20. They're not going to have money. They're learning to be a man and make money. They're going to school. You hope they'll be successful. So basically, you're looking to the gentleman that will be after a while. You're not looking at, okay, who is he right now, because you'd never marry him.
So what kind of traits were you like looking for in a husband? Like if you had back then, like what were the top like 5 traits maybe?
well, I'm Catholic. So,
So that's 2 Catholics.
so, I was hoping that my husband would have the same beliefs as me, and he was Catholic. So that was important. That kept us together. Our faith was very important. So
Anything else?
Yeah, what other aspects of Ron did you like as a young man that made you think
he was very intelligent. He was really something. He could fix anything, do pretty much anything. He was electrical engineering.
Oh wow.
And he was just quite a guy, and I admired that in him so much. And he was, just a real great guy. I can't think of all the attributes now.
But the same values. I think the
Yeah.
same values is a good point. I would say that I was looking for that as well. My husband, sense of humor for me was big, and determination. He was very determined to become, and he had some different jobs in that found it, and then he went in the Army, and he just kept going, and he's an IT guy now, and I think the sense of humor, though, we had a good time together. And I want to say that the whole sexual thing was not happening. Okay, I know what's going on now with even my daughters, that they're not dating. They're having sexual relations with each other before they even know each other.
Really?
And I really not fond of that. I don't know that that's necessary. That wasn't something that came into play when you're dating and trying to find a partner. That wasn't the biggest thing. And the money wasn't the biggest thing either. It was more who they were as a person.
When did you notice a switch? Like from people dating more intentionally to get married versus like pushing marriage off? Like when did you notice like the men and the young men and the young women started dating differently?
I would say with that, my kids' generation.
Okay.
So yeah, so my oldest is 32.
Okay.
So, when he was down at, an early 20-year-old, and then on. So what is that? 2000s?
2000s.
Yeah.
What about you? When did you
Yeah.
notice it?
Probably about the same time you did.
Yeah. So it wasn't with our generation,
No,
like with your children.
Right.
right? It's more your grandchildren.
My grandchildren, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think like women and men aren't getting married anymore?
You want to answer that?
Well, I think part of it could be selfishness, that they're thinking of themselves and not realizing how happy they could be with a family and children.
Yeah, I
You
think
know, they just
that's a good point.
don't put a value on that.
Right. And it's a commitment, and it's compromising, and it's giving up a lot of yourself for somebody else and eventually children. And I don't think that they want to do that, really.
What do you think of women? Because I hear this from girls a lot. They'll be with the guy for a couple of years and say they've like lost themselves.
I think that's probably
They've
true.
lost themselves.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
I saw a girl on a show. She was with a guy for 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a good guy, she said,
Yeah.
but she left him because she felt like she was like losing herself.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I
You don't think you should do that? Or you shouldn't?
I don't know. This world is so different.
It is so different.
It's so different.
It's also what's around, because I understand that. Because being divorced, I understand that. Looking back, I also lost myself, but you just becoming a different person is what it is. And I think that's scary to a lot of people. But when you're talking about having a partner and dating, the other person has to also be open to you being and doing, so the woman doesn't feel like she's losing herself. If she wants to do art or some outrageous thing that's considered outrageous, but it's not, if you're just doing something your creative side would like you to do, and the partner's not up for it, or what, it's hard to go through life with two people, and to have other people's having input, because then you have to be compromising, and you do have to be willing to lose yourself somewhat. That's part of it. If you're going to be partners for life, that's part of it. So I do understand that, because it does happen. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing all the time.
Yeah, that's how I would think of it too. It's like you kind of lose yourself. You could lose yourself with your friends. Like you're going to do things you don't want to do if you have a friend.
Yes.
So you would think if they're a husband, like of course you're going to do things you don't want to do.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, a key element that's, I think, missing is communication between people. I don't think girls and guys communicate in a healthy manner, which is why you have the ghosting and why aren't you just talking to each other? Why is this happening? Why can't you just be upfront and honest with each other?
You wanna know some interesting numbers that might put some things into perspective.
Yes.
So 100% of women want 20% of men, and the number one way that people are meeting nowadays under 30 is dating apps.
Yeah.
But what women don't know is that when you're on a dating app, if you match with the guy, women only swipe right 5% of the time. So the issue is that women, like a girl that's it starts with looks, right? So it's like a girl that's like maybe a 5, a 6, or a 7 is matching with a guy that's a 10 or a 9, and she's not getting the call back because he's out of her league.
Okay.
But there's no, before, the families would kind of know, oh, that's the bad boy, or stay away from him,
Yes.
the dads would hide the daughter,
Yes.
But now it's almost free range, and the issue is all the women are sleeping with a very small
Okay, guys,
percentage.
bear with me. I am doing my first Zoom call myself. So I gotta see, I'm trying to get Donovan on. I gotta see if I can get it. Okay. All right. Bear with me, everybody. So.
Okay, I think I got it. I don't know yet. We're going to see how the Zoom goes today, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. I know this is annoying from an audience point of view. But I don't have a producer for 2 weeks, so this just is what it is. Let me see. Can you guys see Donovan? Let me see. 1 second. Let me check on my phone. Oh, it looks like he's there, but you can't see me, huh? Why can't we see me? Is my question. Don't know. Okay, well, we're going to try again. I know you guys are on the edge of your seats, stay there. Donovan, bear with me. You're on the air. I got to figure out how they can see me. 1 second. All right, I'm going to play the video again while I figure this out. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. This just is what it is.
Men.
Oh.
It's like 10-20%. So they're not really like finding a husband, because if you're a guy and you're getting 100% of women, are you going to settle down?
Right.
No.
No.
And the other men are sexless, so you're seeing a growing trend of like men that aren't sleeping with anybody. And so it's almost like we're going back to like non-monogamy. Like it's almost polygamy in a way.
Oh. No, I didn't. I was not aware of all
Do you know any women that didn't have kids?
By what age, though? You mean
40? Like never had children.
No.
Okay.
No, I
No.
haven't.
No.
Like all my friends from my age group, they all had children.
And all my
They had
friends
children.
I grew up with, and went
Do you
to
think-
college. Yep, they all have kids.
Do you think women can be happy without children?
No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I
don't-
do.
Well, I don't think so, because that's part of who a woman is to give birth to a child. They have all the mechanisms. They have everything in their bodies
Yes.
that's supposed to be used for what? For bearing children, for having children. A sign of love between them and their partner. That's just like, yeah.
Why do you
And
think?
my thought is that there are way too many people just having kids anyways that are meant to be parents. Women that have, I mean, I'm not going to name names, but I know that have had children just under pressure to have, and they don't want to be a mother.
Really?
So what does, that's not setting up their kids for a healthy environment, growing up, learning.
So the women you don't have to say names, but the women you're thinking of, like, were they career women? Like, why
Yes.
oh, okay.
Yes.
And they felt like they had to give that up to be a mother.
Actually, this gal did not give it up.
Okay.
So that was part of it. And, I don't think that you can have the best of both worlds either. I really don't. I don't think that's where our society is going, and some of the issues, it's my opinion, that a lot of it is a woman. Please, if you decide to have children, make sure that you're willing to give time to be a mother.
Right.
Because you cannot do full-time everything and take care of yourself. It doesn't happen. And you have to be able to take care of yourself to be the kind of woman that you need to be a good mother, a good partner. And if you want to be a good employee, be that too. But the thing is a lot of women have worked hard at getting where they're at. They've gone through school. They've done a lot of work that they should be allowed to then use that. Doesn't make sense. So I can see why women don't want to have kids. And at a certain point, you're too old, right? So I think I understand that. Yeah.
Do you think women can work and be a mother?
I think, well, you did.
Well,
but part-time.
Yeah, part-time.
You make it
you
fit.
can. They have to realize that they have a job. Maybe I shouldn't call it a job. They have a responsibility to their children at home. They can work. I mean, look at now how it is. You can work
from home,
remotely.
Remotely.
And that's a big asset for moms and dads to be able to do that. But yeah, they can do that. They can work and then have children. But children are the primary,
Yeah, should be number one. Priority. Yes.
What do you guys think of moms that are on social media? Is that okay? Is that good? Is that bad?
In what?
Like that post like pictures of themselves, like like bikini pictures online.
I don't even go on social media. No,
Yeah,
I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
You say no?
Yeah, and I think it's fine. I mean, I don't.
You think it's fine to post pictures of yourself?
I think
naked pictures?
a bikini, they're not naked.
They're almost naked.
If you're in swimwear at the beach.
Okay, guys, I'm going to try this again. I don't know if this is going to work. If it doesn't, I'm going to kill myself casually. Okay, let me see if this works. Okay. Can you hear me, Donovan? Let me see if you talk. Okay, I can't see him. I'm gonna see, can you hear me? See, I didn't know if I wanted to do a Zoom while my producer was gone. Can you hear me? Let me see. Okay. No, they can't hear me. Let me try a different setting. Can you hear me now? Now? Can you hear me? Okay, guys, hold on. I'm just gonna put on the video again. I don't know if I can get it. We'll see. Can I call anyone? If I could call anyone, I would have called somebody. I don't. I don't.
With your child building sandcastles or your that kind of thing. I don't like it when they're making it about themselves, maybe is
Yeah.
what it is. But or naked. No, I would not want to see them naked either, but I'm pretty
Or
sure
showing
Facebook doesn't
body
allow that.
parts. Yeah.
Or Instagram. Pretty sure that would get blocked immediately, taken down, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, so I know, yeah,
Oh, well.
How has the world changed before and after social media?
it's a nightmare.
It's a
It's a
nightmare.
Don't you think it's a nightmare? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
But you don't
there-
think that ass pictures are good for the world?
yeah, or injections to make an ass so you can put it on Instagram? No, I don't. No.
No, we shouldn't
Okay,
go
guys.
to Miami and just, you know.
I'm gonna try to join the Zoom. And I don't want comments today. I don't want comments. You guys are always in the comments saying, Pearl, this needs to be more professional. You get demonetized for 1.5 years. Let me know how that goes. You try to make, sorry. It's been a long day. Okay. So let me see. Open Zoom. Open Zoom. Let's try this. Frickin' A. Why does this not work? I think I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. Let's try. Okay, they're gonna let me in on the other side and see if that works for the mic. You get demonetized. Okay, let's see. All right, join with computer audio potentially. Okay, let me see if this works. Okay, I can hear that. Yes. Testing. No, that can't be it. Freaking A. Same as external microphone. All right, testing. No. 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 Okay, we might have to just mute it on that side. Okay. Why can't he hear me? Frickin' A. What is the deal? All right, let me try. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Donovan? No? You can't hear me, can you? Maybe my only last thing, join audio. All right, test speaker and microphone. This just isn't gonna work. Okay, I'm leaving this meeting. Okay, where the heck? I'm gonna kill myself.
Get the
No.
Botox and
No, and I don't think that's healthy for single women either to be thinking that they need to present that sort of image. We're moving towards better mental health. We're moving towards better, healthy body image, accepting. I think that is a great piece, but it's always overrun by all the other garbage. There's a few things here and there that social media is really good. It is. The connection, things that can be good, but it gets overrun by all the negative. for sure. So that's what I
See,
think.
I don't watch it at all.
You don't watch it
She
at all.
doesn't
No,
watch it.
I really don't.
No, sweetie, you don't. And yeah, she sees enough on CNN. That's enough.
CNN.
Yeah, it's negative.
Communist news networks,
yeah.
huh? Yeah.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
What do you think of all the girls getting the Botox and the injections? You don't.
You know, I think it's silly, a waste of time and money. But hey, listen, who am I to say? Who, I mean, who
Yeah,
am I to
it's-
judge?
It's not really for us.
I don't
I
get
don't
to
think
judge.
that. I don't think we would consider doing that. That's
No.
the thing.
Yeah.
And that,
I don't
but
want to do that.
mind you, we're in northern Illinois, and this is like, we grew up more, farm and small town, and even Crystal Lake, which is large now, is small back then.
It's
And-
crazy how much everything's grown. Around. Even
Yes.
coming back, like from growing up here, I'm on by 47,
Okay.
and it's like crazy. It used to just be the Walmart. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh my, there's
Oh.
everything now.
And yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys very much.
You're
This was.
welcome.
It's so insightful. I love talking to. I love I was 13 when social media came, so I've never really known the world without
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
it.
I'm really sorry.
It's almost like ancient times to us. Like, what was the world like when
Yeah,
people?
and this is the thing is the people now, you guys, and even the younger, you only know the world you're growing up in.
Yeah.
Like we know a previous world and this world, and that's why. And I'm sorry, but once you start getting old, you don't want to change, and the change sucks. So you get a lot of feedback that's negative from the older people. But
Well,
And
we
a
all.
lot of the news that is on TV, I find myself in that era. And at that time, I lived on the south side of Chicago. I remember when Grimes girls
oh yeah, this
were
was
killed. I
Who's the
remember what
Grimes?
my friends and I did and how we were so petrified and so afraid. You remember.
I do not because I was probably a baby or not
Okay.
even born yet. But these were sisters.
I
They
believe
were sisters that were
and-
walking home that were killed by a
Killed.
serial killer. And that
Horrible.
happened.
Wow.
Right.
But I
Grimes
remember
girls.
that, and I remember how afraid that I was, and all my friends, because in those days you could walk down the street and not worry about anybody around you, and we were pretty afraid about that. But I'm just trying to bring up the point that in those days, I remember those times, and they were pretty scary. And now we're facing times now which are just as scary with all the, killings and things happening. It's a shame. It's terrible.
Yes.
The Grimes. I've never even heard of that actually.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up because
They
I
have
know.
that on WGN. They had
Yeah,
a whole,
she watches WGN.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is they're running their 75th anniversary, which is why she says she thinks of her growing up when she
I'm a
sees things.
Bozo
That,
fan.
Well, it's kind of crazy to think of how the world's gonna be with my generation not having kids. It's even, I just went to church and I was like, wow, there are no kids here. Like none. It's like all
Yeah.
people like 35 and up, I would say mostly.
Wow.
Like the younger
Sure.
generation, we're not in church.
well, there will be an impact. There's always going to be an impact by the next generation making their own choices.
Yeah.
Right.
So that the whole people not being committed to a religion
Yeah.
will have an impact. Only you guys in the people who are having kids will see that, what happens with that.
Oh, I forgot to ask you guys, what do you guys think of submission? Do you guys believe that women should submit to men in relationships?
I don't.
No?
No,
No.
no. I know that's part of the Bible and all that, but that's not. It's a give and take.
Mhm.
And so, yes, you should be listening to your partner, but he as well should be listening to you.
Mhm.
And any good marriage is going to have respect going both ways. It's not going to make it. That's no, no. So
Yeah,
no, I
I
don't
agree.
think that's okay.
Oh, that's so
You're
interesting.
talking about marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, isn't that in the Bible where it
Yes.
says like you
It
must
is in
submit
the
to your
Bible.
husband? Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
something. I mean, it was in wedding vows for a
Yeah,
while. I
yeah.
mean, up until a certain point.
It's just interesting how that like it seems like that kind of went away. You know, like
Uh-huh.
I'd imagine, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like in previous generations, like it was kind of like what your husband said goes at the end of the day,
Sure.
and it seems like it's kind of like lost. Where now we're in this
Yes.
where like men and women have equal say,
Yes.
but it doesn't seem to work better. Like it seems like yeah. go
Hey
ahead.
guys, we're just gonna cancel the show today. I'm sorry. I'm just getting really frustrated, and I don't want to do it on stream because I'm getting really pissed, and I just can't get it. So I'll try again tomorrow. I'm really sorry I have to like do it like this. It's just sorry. I'm not trying to get upset. It's just I don't know. Demonetization has just been tough, and I'm just doing the best I can. I know everyone like yeah, so sorry. Tomorrow we'll do it again, and I'll probably just take down the stream because, Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's okay.